Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have almost nothing, yet their hearts feel fuller than those who have everything? It's a strange and beautiful truth, isn't it? Today, I want to share a story with you. A story that proves true wealth has nothing to do with what you collect, but everything to do with what you give. Imagine a place with soft green hills and a quiet flowing stream. At the edge of a small village, in a humble little house, lived an old woman named Nani. The wind whispered through her loose wooden fence, and the fruit trees in her yard bent gently toward the earth. She lived a simple life, a quiet life. Her husband had passed away many years ago, and she never had children. But if you watched her, truly watched her, you would never call her lonely. Her days were peaceful, her steps unhurried, and her heart was steady. By her side, always, was Lulu. Lulu was a little white duck with bright eyes and a small orange beak. Wherever Nani went, Lulu followed, quacking softly as if she were answering Nani's thoughts. Villagers would often pause their day just to watch them. The old woman leaning on her walking stick, the duck waddling proudly beside her. It was a simple sight, but there was something about it that felt so complete, so perfect. Every morning, just as the sky turned soft shades of pink and orange, Lulu would lay one warm egg near the small shed beside the house. Nani would pick it up gently, cradling it in her wrinkled hands, and whisper, "Thank you, my dear. One is enough for us." She would cook the egg, eat half in the morning, save the rest for the evening, and then go about her day tending her garden. She grew vegetables, cooked simple meals, and rested when her body asked for it. She never rushed, she never complained. She lived with a deep sense of gratitude, and that gratitude quietly filled every corner of her days. Then one morning, something unexpected happened. Lulu laid 2 eggs instead of 1. Nani stared at them for a moment, surprised, and then a warm smile spread across her face. "2 eggs," she said softly. "That is very kind of you." She cooked one for herself and carried the second one to the village market. She didn't ask for much, just enough to buy a little rice and some jaggery. She returned home content. From that day on, Lulu laid 2 eggs every single morning. The villagers, of course, noticed this change very quickly. "You should sell both eggs, Nani," one of them said. "Think of the money you could make." Another suggested, "Feed the duck more, maybe she'll lay 3. Someone else chimed in, "You could buy more ducks and start a real business." Nani listened patiently to all their advice, smiled her gentle smile, and shook her head. "1 egg for me," she replied softly, "and 1 for others. That is enough." Sometimes she sold the second egg at the market. Other times, she would give it to a poor family who was struggling. Sometimes she would place it quietly on a neighbor's doorstep where she knew hungry children lived. She never waited for thanks. She never spoke of her generosity. She just gave. Slowly, the villagers began calling her Egg Nani. They said the name with warmth and respect, not with laughter. There was something about her calm refusal to want more that made people feel peaceful just by being near her. Her contentment was contagious. Then the rainy season came, heavier than anyone in the village could remember. Rain fell day after day, a relentless downpour that turned the quiet stream into a raging river. Fields flooded. Crops were ruined. Families who once had enough to get by suddenly found themselves with very little. Fear, cold and gripping, began to creep into many homes. But through it all, Lulu, faithful Lulu, still laid 2 eggs every morning. Nani continued her routine, but now her purpose was even clearer. She boiled some eggs, saved others carefully, and shared them with the families who were struggling the most. She gave without counting, without keeping score. She gave without fear, trusting that there would always be enough. One rainy evening, a few villagers came to her house, their clothes soaked and their faces etched with worry. "Nani," one of them asked, his voice heavy, "why didn't you sell more eggs when you could? Why didn't you try to earn more while times were good? You could have been prepared for this." Nani looked at them with her kind, knowing eyes. Her voice was calm, steady, and sure, a beacon in the stormy night. Because happiness does not come from taking more and more, she said. It comes from being thankful for what we have and sharing when others need help. I kept what I needed. The rest was never meant to be mine alone. As she finished speaking, Lulu gave a soft quack and settled near Nani's feet as if to say, she's right. And in that quiet, simple moment, something shifted inside the villagers. They finally understood. While many of them had spent their lives chasing security, Nani had simply lived it. While they had stored things out of fear, she had shared from a place of trust. While the world whispered more, Nani's heart had gently replied, enough. This story of Egg Nani is a beautiful reminder of a lesson our modern world often forgets. True happiness isn't found in collecting possessions or chasing wealth. It's found in the quiet gratitude for what we already have. It's found in the simple, powerful choice to be kind, to share, to lift others up. When we help others, our own hearts become full, and that fullness, that deep, unshakable contentment, is the only wealth that truly matters. What we have is a gift. What we share is our legacy. Thank you for listening. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that aims to inspire. See you in the next video.